Audio Jungle.
To your favorite show, News by Muse, with me, Na Akushika Kofi, right here on Muse Media Networks. Now, as I kept announcing in my previous episodes, Muse Africa is doing something amazing. Follow us on all of our social media platforms, but especially on Instagram at muse.africa. And we're going to select out of the first 100, the 50th, 80th, and 90th person, that gave us a follow. And we're going to give you a very, very lovely and special gift. So what are you waiting for? Give us that follow right about now. Now we're going to head straight into business. Welcome back from the break. I hope you enjoyed that song. Now quickly and straight into business, our top story for today. Shiashi was gutted with fire on 14th August 2020, which is last Friday. Now reports say that the fire explosion destroyed about 100 wooden structures, as we popularly call kiosks, and caused some power outages in some parts of Shiashi where the incident happened. It was very, very terrific, and luckily the fire service arrived in town as some neighbors were able to call them to come and quench the fire. Alright guys, so now it's time for some politics. Now, there was some drama in Parliament on Friday night as the Minister of Information, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, described the former Deputy Minister for Energy, John Jinapor, as Papano. Now, I'm putting this in quotes because we all know how Papano has become very, very popular on social media, as the actor Tracy Boache mentioned how she and Miss Bill, the musician, have been having an affair, or should I say were in a relationship with a married man, Papano. So this is the Minister of Information doing the entire Papano thing in Parliament.
My good friend, I want to encourage my good friend who just spoke. In my hometown, who say Papano. I want to encourage Papano to take some time and follow the structure of this constitution and to start. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity.
So you saw how that caused an uproar in Parliament. Listen, the minority was not happy about this. Now, the minority leader, Haruna Idrisu, says that, look, he has to withdraw that statement and will not call him minister anymore, and rather will refer to him as Mamino, because he doesn't understand why he will borrow certain phrases from social media into the holy Parliament House. So this is what he says. You come to Parliament to employ those words used on social media. We take strong objection to it. If you don't withdraw, we won't recognize you today as minister. We will not. Do what you will do. That's what Haruna Idrisu says. And finally, continuing, he also says that from today we won't recognize you as minister of this republic, and we will not accord you any respect as minister. Now let's throw it to the dogs. What do you take us for? So Papano accepted. That's for just that day. But from today, they will not accept that phrase anymore. It's quite surprising how Papano phrase made its debut into the holy Parliament House. Alright, so the Minister of Information, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, realized that, listen, this really has caused problem in Parliament. So this is what he says. This is what he later told the House. Mr. Speaker, earlier I was trying to catch your eye to request that the use of my expression which caused apprehension on the other side be expunged from the record. I didn't mean to offend anybody. It was in a jest. And if anybody took offense to it, the records should reflect that it's been expunged. So he's saying that he didn't mean any offense, just like it became a problem. So the Minister of Information is saying that he just said that in a gist.
I tried to show 'em.
Alright guys, so still on politics, the MPP chairman for Ewutu Senya has been suspended. He goes by the name Charles Amponsa. Now the Central Regional Executive Committee of the NPP has suspended this man. Now the suspension follows a petition filed by the constituency's Council of Elders with regards to gross misconduct showed by this man, Charles Amponsa. Now, according to reports, the chairman of the Ewutu Senya West NPP Council of Elders, Bafo Odiato Ofori Echampon, who filed the petition, says that the chairman was in no cooperation with the executives. Now, according to the Council of Elders, he was summoned a lot of times to help resolve allegations leveled against him through phone calls and WhatsApp messages, but he never made an appearance. So they had no choice but to suspend him. And we're also hearing that he has been creating some sort of factions among the MPP, which is not going to be good for the entire NPP for the upcoming election. So he's been suspended. Alright, so still on politics, Eco-Conscious Citizens founder and coordinator Awula Sewa has called on Ghana's capital Accra to be moved. This is what she's saying to the government. Now, she's of the view that there's a lot of poor sanitation in the country, especially in Accra. And there's a lot of pressure on land and commercial activity. So she's like, why not move the capital to another region? That's what she's saying. Well, I think she's not the first person who is saying something like this. Now, this is what she said in an interview on Star FM. I think another problem that is mitigating against having the result that we want is that a lot of people have come to Accra because there are no jobs everywhere. And when they come, they need a place to live, of course. It might be a kiosk. The facilities are not there, and then it continues the whole circle. So that's what she's saying. And I mean, you would all bear with me that there's a lot of pressure here in Accra because everybody is moving here for greener pastures. Whilst those who are living here, it's like just say, but then this is what she's pitching to the government. I don't know if the government is going to accept this proposal.
I tried to show 'em.
Alright, so away from politics and onto some news from the educational sector. Well, there's still a little bit of politics in here. The NDC running mate, Professor Nana Opoku Agyemang, embarked on a tour in the Upper West region. Now, the Kanjaga Community Day Senior High School, in the Bulzia South District on Saturday evening couldn't hide their emotions as the NDC running mate candidate visited them in that region. Now, they thronged the area, they were around the car, but then look, they were saying that they are not going to allow Professor Nana Opoku Agyemang go without addressing them. Alright guys, so away from that and straight into business. We all know that in the wake of this deadly pandemic, the airport has been closed down. I'm not going to say partially closed because domestic operations have been taking place, but then it's not as much as it used to be. However, the editor-in-chief of the New Crusading Guide, Abdul Malik Kweku Bakun, has said that, look, the airport is looking to be open fully on September 1, 2020. And this is in a bid to help people, Ghanaian nationals abroad, who want to embark and take part in the registration process to get their voter IDs for the election that is coming up in December 2020. Alright guys, so away from politics, education, business, and straight into some health news, the Batol Catholic Hospital has built an infectious disease center. Now this Catholic hospital is based in the North Tungu district of the Volta region. Now they built this from their own internally generated funds with the support from the North Tungu district assembly. Alright, so we're so happy about this. Now the coronavirus pandemic associated with its safety protocols and measures compelled management from kickstarting this project. So now it's been done and we're so happy that they can boast about an infectious disease center. Alright guys, so away from that and straight into tech in a minute. Fortnite maker Epic Games is taking legal action against Google after being banned from the Google Play App Store hours after doing the same with Apple. After Apple banned them, Google too banned them. So they're taking legal action. Now, secondly, Instagram retained photos, private messages, even after users deleted them. Whew! How would you feel if you felt like you have deleted some photos, but then Instagram is still keeping them? Well, that's what I have for you for taking a minute. Alright guys, so this is some sports updates for all you sports lovers like me. The Manchester City midfielder Kevin De Bruyne has been named the Premier League Player of the Season for 2019-2020, and I'm super excited because I love him, although I don't like the club. Now, I'm so excited because Manchester City lost to Lyon 3-1, guys. And do you know what makes me so happy? The director of editorial, don't tell anybody that I told you, for Muse Media Networks is a Manchester City fan. So that's just a tip from your honorable tip mistress. Alright guys, so the 19-year-old Ghanaian international midfielder Kudus Mohammed makes his first appearance after joining Ajax. We're super excited, and he's waiting to kick off his first game with the Dutch giant. So we're waiting to see what he has in stock for all of us.
Thank you, Na, for handing over to me. I know you all miss me and Na sitting here chatting, laughing, but I'm going to do this segment with just you. And I can't start this conversation without talking about Sarkodie's Black Love virtual concert. Guys, it was so dope and it was so patronized that, can you imagine, the concert before it started, after the countdown, the sick.com where the show was being held, the platform, it crashed. I think Ghanaians, you see, that's why people say I'm Sarkodie biased, but of course, 1 million plus people, they shared their statistics, and right after that, people were patiently waiting. And when the show finally came off after like about an hour or two of waiting, it was amazing. The set, everything was different, guys. And I think the highlight of it was when Shatta Wale came in. You know, there's this feud between Shatta Wale and Sarkodie, and you know, even though people jinxed the fact that he was going to perform, it was still nice and still surprising for some of us to see them on stage as brothers. I mean, this is all what we want. So let's, you know, check some of the videos that passed through. Let's see what happened, some of the highlights of the event.
Just believe it, don't you ever give up. What guy so this was save Martin Luther cry. Yeah, we have said brother man for speed up. Maybe I will feel my man and have a cry. Cause God is in control. Don't you let your fears pull you down. And man, I mean, that's all you have to still have me. I knew that I deserve the crown.
Shebi be same guys where they been the hate, now they wanna share my story.
What else?
Shebi I be same guy where they on the red, now they want follow me jolly.
See what's in there?
Shebi I be same guy where they been the boat, now they yell call me honey. But they know my doing, so I still give me God the glory.
Everybody now, let's sing, let's go. What else?
Papa God, I thank you.
One time. What's it there? Still I go to shout out. No, 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 no. Baba God, I thank you. Okay. Say, can I obey? Mama with the moon grass and never. But Christo didn't find but when we says he can. Make you sing for God in favor. Be victory what you just pray to God in heaven. He will wipe away your sorrows. Make you come to him with all your burdens. And I won't have a better day tomorrow. You the fight for that dinner a whole lot. No one will cast a sack and never do it. We break it through the door was like a movie. The chair before I cried, they said I fell off. Since I'm an enemy, I don't let me groupie. What's it that can't sack till I die? Nobody can ever pull me down. And man, I mean, that's all yes, and still I mean, I knew that I deserve the crown. When I made the corridor. And then I call it on again. Come on, I want him, man, I didn't come square. Oh, yeah, my baby will sick to air. Yes, I'm in the shot, I made you again. What else? You know what time it is? So what's the name? Go by that, go by that. They just come on into a brand new shape. Poisonous calamity, guess you okay. Infectious gravity straight to your grave.
Next on my story, I just can't even wait to say this. Joe Metal finally settled down. Why did I say finally? Were we forced into? Well, he has settled down with a very pretty lady that nobody knew. Salome Selassie Tisa. And people are, having fun, and people are mocking other ladies that in the past they associated with Joe Metal. But it's a big deal. It came as a surprise to a lot of people. I mean, the traditional one. The church wedding happened on Saturday with videos circulating on social media. Let's watch some of the videos. This is on the videos.
Jesus, you're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done Father, you done for me, yeah.
So congratulations to this very beautiful couple. I just wish them a blissful marriage, full of joy, laughter, love, like only those things, no tears anyway. Now let me move straight to my next story. If you remember some time ago, that is Andy Dusty, a presenter, dropped the song 1K for your baka. He's not the only presenter dropping songs. I don't know what is happening in the presenting industry now. They are all joining music. Kwame Edinkra, who is a multiple award-winning radio presenter at Pure FM, has also dropped a song called Artificial Intelligence that features Shatta Wale. You really have to go and stream the song. It's so nice and it's amazing that these are presenters. They have hidden talent too. So you just have to go and find Artificial Intelligence on all platforms and stream it. Yes, so the best part about this whole thing with Kwame Edinkra is that it is Tunes by Muse that is in charge of the distribution, and we don't do anything less than quality and good service. So yeah, you can count on that, which is why I'm saying go and stream the song. Alright, it's a wrap, guys. Unfortunately, I have to leave you, but then not for good. Now, if you want to watch the show again, you can watch it on YouTube at Muse Africa. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us that like button. And don't forget to press the notification bell. Now, as I kept saying, Muse Africa is doing something amazing, so follow us on our Instagram page at muse.africa, and we're going to select out of random the 80th and 90th persons out of the first 100 to follow us, and we're going to give you a very, very, very special gift. Now, this is new, guys. Follow Muse by Muse Official on Twitter. It's Muse by Muse Official. Also, follow me on Instagram. It's Na Akushika Kofi, and give Muse by Muse Official to a follow on Instagram. I love you. Enjoy your week. Today is Monday. Be positive minded. Good evening.